Legacy and Modern Interpretations. Although not as well known as his theater, Shakespeare's poetry is every bit as complex and probing as his better-known theatrical works. As weighty a poet as Shakespeare was, his influence on the spoken word over 400 years is beyond measure. To this day, his impact upon the English language is profound. Credited with inventing over 1,700 commonly used words, many are not aware that they are quoting Shakespeare in their daily lives. Countless authors, whether knowingly or not, have drawn from the well of his poetic genius, and by intertwining their own narratives with his singular gift, have broadened the length of his influence.
There is no place, really, in modern American culture and really modern global culture that isn't touched and influenced by Shakespeare. Clearly, contemporary writers, Jane Smiley, think of Jane Smiley in A Thousand Acres, writes directly in response to the impact on her of King Lear. That's an obvious and evident example. But there is also a lively debate not only among scholars, but I think among the reading public about whether or not we ought to credit Shakespeare with inventing the interior self. And there are certainly those who would say that the language that Shakespeare creates in the plays to represent thinking and feeling represents such an advance in his own time, and really an advance that has lasted to our present day, that it's hard to imagine how writers, dramatists, poets, novelists could in fact represent subjectivity without having been influenced in doing so by Shakespeare and everything that Shakespeare influenced.
While modern scholars are still debating the bard's import on the field, the one certainty is that his poetic works still seem relevant to the modern mind. They are beautiful to the ear and play upon the sympathies of the heart.